Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Girl Scouts of Southeastern New England's 6th annual and first virtual Leading Women of Distinction Awards event. I am Peg Ruggieri, a GSSNE board member and the chair of this morning's event. We are excited about this year's 8 honorees, and we are so grateful to you for attending to share in the celebration of these 8 amazing women. Before I introduce this morning's MC, I want to personally thank and acknowledge the Leading Women Committee, and in particular, staff member Ginger Lallo and her team for an amazing job of putting this morning's event together with all of its unique challenges this year. Thank you, team. It is now my distinct honor to introduce this morning's MC, Allison Bologna, who is not only one of our local NBC news anchors, she also is the 2016 Leading Women of Distinction honoree in the 2018 Girl Scout Honorary Cookie Chair. A true supporter of the Girl Scouts, please welcome Allison Bologna.
Good morning to all of you, albeit in a different format this year, but with the same amount of energy. I'm thrilled to be here this morning and to welcome you to the 2020 Leading Women of Distinction Awards. We've gathered this morning to celebrate not 1, 4, 5, or 6, but instead 8 incredible local women who exemplify the Girl Scout mission of building girls of courage, confidence, and character, all of whom are making the world a better place. This year's event, of course, is a little bit different, as you can see, as we're typically together in person, but we're still so excited to be here with you to recognize these amazing women virtually and to share their incredible stories with all of you. Before we begin today's program as well, I'd like to recognize all the Girl Scout alums who are out there watching us today. As a Girl Scout alum, you were able to directly experience a one-of-a-kind leadership development program that helps girls really take the lead in their own lives and in the world to be of service and action. The inclusive all-female environment of a Girl Scout troop creates a really safe space where girls can try new things, innovate, right? Develop a range of skills and take on leadership roles, and also just be ourselves. Our honorees are accomplished, impressive role models for not just their generation, but for future generations of girls. And today's event, participating today, will help to support the journey of the next generation of leading women, our Gold Award Girl Scouts. These women here with us today will be committed to bettering their communities, pioneering their paths, and taking a courageous lead no matter the odds. You're truly all inspirational, so thanks for logging on with us today. You should have received the digital program, which highlights each of these amazing women this morning, the event sponsors as well, and ways that you too can support the Girl Scouts of Southern New England so that they can continue to provide opportunities and experiences alike for future leading women. There's a link in the program where you can donate to help support their work, and I think that today's speakers will certainly inspire you as well to lend your support and to be of direct action. A warm congratulations now to all of our 2020 Leading Women of Distinction. So before we recognize all these remarkable ladies, we'd first like to introduce you to the Girl Scouts of Southeastern New England's CEO, Pam Hyland, who will share a few words with all of you.
What a year this has been. It's no surprise that the nominators of this year's Leading Women referred to the many ways that our honorees took the lead in responding to the challenges we faced as a community because of COVID-19. In Girl Scouting, we also took immediate action to prepare for the inevitable stay-at-home orders, quickly adopted a life around Microsoft Teams and Zoom, and developed virtual programs to continue serving the girls who count on us. We were happy to open our camps for appropriate group sizes as soon as we could safely do so, because as girls are struggling with social isolation, spending long hours indoors, and attending school online, outdoor adventures are more important than ever. Right now, girls are facing unprecedented challenges, such as school closures, the challenges of online education, and the isolation that comes from social distancing. They are coping with illness or fear of illness and canceled life milestones like prom or graduation. Some girls are feeling their family's financial stress as jobs are interrupted or terminated. Currently, more than 18 million people are receiving unemployment benefits, and moreover, girls are grappling with racial injustice and coming to understand their part in the future of social justice. It is truly an unparalleled moment in history, and the girls who are living through it now are the leaders of tomorrow. It is imperative that we continue to be there for girls so girls are equipped for life. As you know, Girl Scouts offers a shelter in the storm, a place where girls can find community, solidarity, leadership opportunities, and perhaps most important right now, fun and joy, despite the challenging moments that we are living through collectively. Through Girl Scouts, we will help girls overcome setbacks and enable them to move forward with grit and resilience. Experts suggest that maintaining routines, preserving normalcy, and staying connected are critical to help youth through trauma. Connection and community building are at the core of Girl Scouting, and we are dedicated to helping girls and families by supporting girls' mental and emotional well-being in a time when many feel alone, isolated, or vulnerable. For all these reasons and more, thank you for attending virtually this year. Special thanks to the chair of this event, board member Peg Ruggieri, and our staff team who made this event possible, especially Ginger Lalo, Gina Petrucci, and Haley Rocco. Thanks to all of our generous sponsors. They are all listed in the program you received prior to today's event. Special thanks to our leading sponsor, the Hebert Foundation through the Rhode Island Foundation. I love this event because of its alignment with who we are as an organization. Our honorees are selected because they are role models for Girl Scouts. They have achieved success in their own leadership journeys, both personally and professionally. Every dollar from today's event supports girls in their leadership journey towards earning Girl Scouting's highest awards, bronze, silver, and gold. You will hear from one of them today. Warm congratulations to each of the 2020 Leading Women of Distinction who now join the ranks with 25 past recipients. I now turn it back to our friend and supporter, Allison. Thank you.
And thank you, Pam. Let's get right to it now. It's my distinct honor to introduce you to our 2020 Leading Women of Distinction honorees. First this morning, let me introduce Dr. Nicole Alexander Scott, the director of the Rhode Island Department of Health, who I'm sure many of you are very familiar with in these days. We're familiar with Dr. Scott through the daily COVID-19 briefings on our local news channels through 2020. Nicole Alexander Scott has been the director of the Department of Health since 2015. Dr. Alexander Scott brings tremendous experience to this position from her work as a specialist in infectious diseases for children and adults, and from her time in academia as well, as an associate professor of pediatrics, medicine, and public health with a focus on health services, policy, and practice.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Nicole Alexander Scott, the director of the Rhode Island Department of Health. Before anything else, I would like to thank the Girl Scouts of Southeastern New England for this wonderful honor. As a former Girl Scout myself, this Leading Woman of Distinction Award has special meaning to me. I also want to recognize all the other recipients today. Kimberly, Kate, Angela, Sandra, Carol Ann, Rachel, and Shannon, congratulations. Such an honor for me to be a part of this with you. COVID-19 has changed a lot about our lives in the last few months. It has prevented us from gathering with loved ones in person the way we normally would. It is changing how we travel, how we shop, how we learn, and how we get together for events like this. But I have found it so heartening that organizations like the Girl Scouts of Southeastern New England and all the organizations represented by today's other award recipients, are soldiering on and are doing phenomenal work to make Rhode Island a healthier, stronger, more equitable state. I am so blessed to have my mom, my family, and so many other powerful female role models in my life that I am grateful for. What I see in the other women who are being awarded today are people getting such incredible examples for all our future female leaders about what courage and perseverance looks like. So thank you again and congratulations. I'm so proud of you and I'm so humbled and grateful as well.
And thank you, Nicole. Our next honoree this morning is Kimberly Anderson, the creator and co-founder of Plant City in Providence. Kim is an entrepreneur and an advocate with more than 35 years in business and entrepreneurship. She started her career in the management and buying departments of Jordan Marsh and Macy's, and today her work is primarily dedicated to working with her family to impact climate crisis solutions. She's the owner and founder of Plant City in Providence, which is the world's first plant-based food hall. Plant City consists of 4 restaurants under one roof, a cafe, and a marketplace. It's Kim's firm belief that business can be a true catalyst for change when its mission is baked in at the core of its being. Please welcome Kim.
Hello, I am so excited and proud to accept this award on behalf of my extraordinary colleague, Kim Anderson. Kim is an entrepreneur from Barrington, Rhode Island, with over 35 years of experience in the business world. She's most notably known recently for her huge success as the founder and co-creator and owner of Plant City in Providence, Rhode Island, the world's first plant-based food hall. Kim's passion for plant-based health has prompted her to work with the community and organizations and schools like the Met School, where she's been working to establish this as one of the first plant-based schools in the country. Kim is dedicated to building a stronger America with plant-based nutrition, education, and advocacy. Kim has been an exceptional business leader, not only because she's a mission-driven entrepreneur, but because she's a compassionate and resilient businesswoman. Amidst a global pandemic, Kim was forced to shut Plant City down, but they reopened and she was able to support her employees as well as exceed safety standards. Today, Plant City is thriving and her mission lives on. One of my favorite stories about Kim was that when she was a Girl Scout, she sold so many cookies that she and her mother had to look to get a U-Haul just to distribute them all, which goes to show you that the Girl Scout cookie program is an extraordinary way to inspire young girls to be entrepreneurs and develop those business skills early on in life. It is Kim's firm belief that at the heart of business, when mission is driven and baked into its core, that business can be a catalyst for positive change. Because of the work Kim does, she embodies what it means to be a leading woman of distinction, and I am so proud to call her a friend and colleague, and to know that she is doing work in our community that's ultimately going to change the world. Congratulations, Kim.
And thank you, Kim. Our next honoree is Kate Brewster, who's the Executive Director of the Johnny Cake Center for Hope. Kate has been the Executive Director of the Johnny Cake Center for Hope since 2015 also. Formerly, she was the Executive Director of the Economic Progress Institute and helped launch the state's Right Share program. Kate's commitment to the disadvantaged members of our community is deep and demonstrated by action, not just rhetoric. She's a strong advocate on issues of food insecurity, homelessness, educational and social disadvantages experienced as a result of poverty. Please welcome Kate.
Thank you to the Girl Scouts of Southeastern New England, and congratulations to all of the other women who were honored today. I want to give a special shout out to Dr. Alexandra Scott for the amazing job that she has done these past several months, keeping us all healthy and safe. I grew up as a Brownie and a Girl Scout in Warwick, and my mother was the troop leader and was very involved in the state level with the Girl Scouts, and so this, of course, is extremely meaningful to her as well. And I knew someday I would have an opportunity to wear this sash again. I didn't know when, but I think the fact that I found it after 40 years and had saved it is a testament to my fond memories that I had of being a Girl Scout and a Brownie. Today, I'm putting my Girl Scout skills to use that I learned with my work in Peacedale. The Johnny Cake Center is helping to organize a group of local mothers and grandmothers who are really working to improve their community, learn new skills, and become empowered leaders. It's kind of like Girl Scouts for adults. In the last few months, these women have gone out and spoken at press conferences. They have been appointed to decision-making tables. And most recently, one of our grandmas even ran for school committee in South Kingstown and was the top Democratic vote getter in the primary, and we're super proud of them. They are becoming role models for their daughters and their granddaughters. I think reflecting on being a Brownie and a Girl Scout, my experiences, the best part were the adventures and the field trips that we took. And so as a result of this award, I am promising my Peacedale moms and grandmas that we are going to take more adventures and field trips. I think a little glamping is in our future. So again, I want to thank the Girl Scouts of Southeastern New England. This is a true honor, and congratulations again to all the other winners. Thank you.
And thank you, Kate. Our next honoree is Angela Mccalla from the Newport City Council First Ward. Angela leads with courage, confidence, and character, the 3 C's here at the Girl Scouts, every day in her community of Newport, Rhode Island. In her position as recruiter trainer for child and family, she works really hard to find and support foster families through Rhode Island. She shows her character by taking on the emotional responsibility to ensure that foster children have safe and secure homes that will shelter them during these uncertain times. Her daily work 24/7 protects the most vulnerable amongst us. Angela demonstrates the courage, confidence, and characters that the Girl Scouts aims to instill in every girl member, and she's working to make her immediate community within our state and then the world a better place each and every day. Please welcome Angela.
Thank you. I am a woman of many ethnic backgrounds who find strength in useful creativity and diversity. My journey began with the women in my family, as they have been the constant leaders. Throughout my life, it has been women who were my closest confidants, teachers, mentors, and my biggest supports. We women are many. I stand here today as a first-generation born biracial individual from a modern-day family, standing on the shoulders of my blended ancestors who taught me that hard work pays off. Over the course of my life, I have met many trailblazing women. They were friends, mentors, public figures, artists, poets, dancers, engineers, activists, and much, much more. Each one dedicating their time and energy to giving back to their communities. When I decided to join Girl Scouts 30 years ago, who knew I would be standing here today being recognized as a woman of distinction? I've come to realize that a lot of who I am today has to do with what I've learned as a Girl Scout. I've learned how to set goals and follow through with them. In my profession, as part of the human service field, I have witnessed many circumstances where people are down on their luck. Sometimes they are suffering. This inspired me to use my voice and resources to help people and communities to heal and grow. And lastly, teamwork. I've learned that working together fosters creativity, healthy communications, and builds trust that results in cooperative communities. I am honored and will cherish this special award. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela. Before we hear from our other amazing honorees, I'd like to share an incredible video now that features some familiar faces who are all Girl Scout alums. I think that you'll find this incredibly inspiring. Take a look.
Speaking up for what's right. Helping out when things go wrong. Raising our voices alone or together. Not just breaking news, but breaking barriers. Fighting for victory on the battlefield and on the playing field. Seeing the world through new eyes and the earth from miles above. Redefining beauty, brains, and what it really means to be queen. Making ourselves heard on stage and on screen. Showing the way in Silicon Valley. And showing up for others wherever help is needed most. Not just making our mark, but making a difference. Now that's a job for a Girl Scout. Girl Scouts, preparing girls for a lifetime of leadership.
Our next honoree is Sandra Pearl. Sandy received a PhD in neuroscience from Albany Medical College in pharmacology and neuroscience in 1996. She studied drugs of addiction and the reward system in the brain, and then went on to complete her postdoctoral work at the University of Pittsburgh. That's where she wrote and published scientific papers and textbook chapters. Sandy's true passion was discovered when she started volunteering in her young son's classroom to bring hands-on science, technology, engineering, and math, otherwise known as STEM, to elementary school students in Plainville, Massachusetts. She was immediately into this and hooked. She co-founded Science and Engineering Education Development, LLC, which she's since converted into a nonprofit organization that serves Eastern Massachusetts and Pawtucket, Rhode Island. The mission of SEED Inc. is to support and enhance elementary science education through innovative partnerships with teachers. Please welcome and congratulate Sandra.
I was lucky. In 6th grade, my science teacher went around the room and assigned us each an element from the periodic table. For this element, we would have to draw the electron rings that surround the nucleus. So if he assigned you an element with a higher number, then that would be a harder task. So my teacher went around the room and he assigned what would later be our high school valedictorian, element 113, which is very high in the periodic chart and therefore very hard to draw. He assigned our later salutatorian, number 105. When he got to me, I was super happy to be assigned number 97. This little bit of encouragement set the path for me to pursue a degree in chemistry in college, and then later to earn a PhD in neuroscience, where I studied mechanisms of drug addiction and how we might alter them. But I sometimes think about what my path might have been had I not received that encouragement. I'm not sure that my partner, Dr. Liz Bless, and I would have started SEED. That would have meant I couldn't go into classrooms and later encourage girls to pursue their dreams in science fields. Every time we find a way to encourage girls in the STEM fields, we're opening them up to the opportunity to consider STEM later in their life. And this is important. In America right now, we've reached a point where about 50% of our medical students are women. But in other fields, engineering and computer science, women only make up 10 to 20% of those degrees. And that would be a much lower number for women who are minorities or come from a low socioeconomic background. I thank the Girl Scouts then for their recent work in encouraging girls to look at STEM careers. Girls can now earn badges as a detective, a home scientist, a product designer, or a space science explorer, and many more. I thank the Girl Scouts for honoring me today and for the other outstanding women that are highlighted here. By showing girls what women can become, we're showing them a small path that they might take later in their life, one that lets them follow their dreams and their interests and not just follow a society norm. Let's give every girl the encouragement I had and make them as lucky as I was. Thank you.
And thank you, Sandy. Our next honoree this morning is Carol Ann Penny, the founder of Penny Leadership, LLC. Carol Ann is the founder of that organization and is a certified professional coach who started a coaching practice back in 2012 in order to help drive leaders to keep them live and on purpose. Over the past 8 years, Carol Ann is focused on helping women of all ages make career choices that are most in line with their values, priorities, and governing beliefs. Carol Ann has been committed to female leadership development through her career and continues to serve as a committed mentor to emerging female leaders from here and embodies the Girl Scout mission in her work each and every day. Congratulations to Carol Ann.
Thank you so much to the Girl Scouts for this incredible honor. I'm so proud to join this group of honorees as leading women of distinction. My mission in this world is to help leaders navigate their work and their lives with purpose and resilience. And what that means is that we move forward with intention as the leaders of our own lives, and that we have the adaptability to move with change and respond to the unexpected in a way that's true to who we are. And as leaders, we need to have the tools to lead the way forward, even when there is no map. And to me, that all starts with core values. All that I do ties back to my core values of connection, growth, entrepreneurship, and heart. And when I work with my clients, I ask them to think about the origin story of their values. So when was it that they first showed up in their lives? And for me, it was experiences in my youth, like scouting, that planted the seeds of what my values are today. I was a Daisy, a Brownie, and a junior Girl Scout in Troop 386 in Chester, Vermont. Here's my sash, which I pulled out recently. And this is where it all started. This is where I explored connecting ideas and resources, connecting with the community through projects. This is where I really adopted a growth mindset and had the free rein to be curious, to try new things, to explore my interests. Entrepreneurship, it was about so much more than selling cookies. Is about seeing opportunity in everything and really taking the initiative to create opportunities for myself rather than waiting for them to come my way. And heart, always striving to be my best self and uncovering my authentic, true self. These are the foundation of who I am. They're the bones of how I show up as a leader and also as a mom, which I believe is the ultimate leadership coaching gig. They guide me in those moments when there is no map showing the way forward. They're a compass that helps me navigate. And they've also been my window into what makes me distinctive. They pointed my way to a career that allows me to serve my unique purpose and define success for myself, to create an intentional and fulfilling life that is true to who I am. I believe that as we all practice leadership, and it is a practice, it's not a destination, that we need to cultivate a sense of our values, what makes us distinctive, what drives us forward. And whether we're a Daisy Girl Scout leading a troop in song, or an established professional leading an organization through a pandemic, we can use these as a tool to make a meaningful impact in the world while becoming true to who we are. So thank you again to the Girl Scouts, not just for this award, but for all that you do to develop the values and skills of future female leaders.
So thank you and congratulations to Carol Ann. Next this morning, I'd like to introduce you to Rachel Prendergast. Rachel was nominated for this award because she demonstrates qualities of leadership and excellence as a role model in her professional community, church community, and family. She's the owner and operator of Renew Salon and the Barbershop by Renew Salon. One of the things that makes Rachel and her salon such a success is her ability to innovate. Many people who have children with sensory or developmental issues, they seek her out. One of Rachel's own children has Down syndrome, and this has given her the insight to other people's needs to have the flexibility in the hair cutting process, and the patience too. Over the years, she's been a mentor to many girls, many of them with similar life stories as her own. Rachel has always believed that it's part of our responsibility to give back to our communities and to pass along the opportunities that were shared with her. Rachel is truly a leader in our community and exemplifies the mission of the Girl Scouts. Please welcome Rachel.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for this honor. I can't believe I'm in the group of ladies and that you would think I'm a leader like them. I just came from a lot of adversity, a lot of strikes against me growing up. Very grateful for all the people that I know God put in my life when I was younger, that continued to motivate me, mentor me, push me on, and they weren't your typical people who I thought should be mentoring and leading me. So I try to do that for anyone that I come in contact with each day. And all throughout my day, I come in contact with so many clients that I could just see myself as a hairdresser. I try to never see myself that way and show my staff that they're more than they think they are. You're not just a hair cutter, which when I got into this program when I was 15 and I was pregnant and I had so many people say, you're just gonna be a hairdresser. My teachers continued to motivate me, mentor me, lead me. I did 2 years of high school with my daughter, and she is still my main reason for doing everything that I do. I have 2 more kids besides her now, and I see my salon staff, I see my clients as my extended family, and I see them as people that have been put into my life to teach me things and for me to try to encourage them and lift them up as much as possible. When I have a client say to me, that thing that you said to me back then, it meant so much and it really got me through a dark time. I'm always like, oh my goodness. And now at the age of 44, I just take it so seriously that that time that I have with whoever my small circle is just each and every day, it's very important because I wouldn't be here today if I didn't have people who took that little extra time and that I may not even talk to anymore. They may not even know what they did for me, but I know. And this award, I share with all the strong women who always mentored me, and it will continue to motivate me to mentor and lead the people that I get to see each and every day in my life. Thank you so much.
And thank you and congratulations this morning to Rachel. Now I have the honor to introduce another amazing honoree. Her name is Shannon Sullivan, and she's president and COO of Women and Infants Hospital, part of Care New England. Shannon Sullivan was named president and COO for Women and Infants Hospital in September of this year. After being named COO in June, she began her career 20 years ago as a social worker first in the neonatal care unit at Women and Infants Hospital in Providence prior to transitioning into her leadership roles at Care New England. Within a month or so of taking over her new position at Women and Infants Hospital, she assembled a team that transformed the former Citizens Financial offices in Cranston into a coronavirus field hospital for any surge, with 335 beds ready to handle that possible surge in patients during the COVID-19 pandemic. And then in March, while still at Kent Hospital, Shannon oversaw a setup of testing and respiratory tents to meet the needs of our community. Shannon is also a mother of 3 young children and a proud Girl Scout alum who sold Girl Scout cookies, and Shannon's also attended Camp Hoffman. Please welcome her and congratulations.
Hi, I just wanted to thank the Girl Scouts for this amazing award. I started to be a Brownie in the 1st grade, and I think all of the things that I learned in Brownies, including leadership and resilience, have taught me well today. I'm incredibly proud to have this award, and I'm incredibly proud to be honored today. Most of what I've learned in my leadership career is that it's incredibly important that women lift each other up and make sure that they're allowed to be able to portray all the things they want to in their lives. I want to thank everyone again for this amazing award, and I'm extremely honored to bring my two honored guests today, my two daughters, 8-year-old Maeve and 5-year-old Rory, who are now begging me to be Brownies and Girl Scouts. So thanks again. I'm honored.
And thank you and congratulations to Shannon. Now it's with immense joy that I introduce you to our guest speaker, Holly Vipakone, who earned her Gold Award this year in 2020, and what a year to win it in. She was a Girl Scout for 12 years with Troop 360 in Woonsocket. She's now a freshman in college, and she graduated from Woonsocket High School. Her Gold Award project was titled Noven Enterprise, in which Holly developed a leadership pathway, as she calls it, at her high school. The Enterprise is now an elective class for students at her alma mater, which she addresses a need for leadership and a business development plan in order to combat negative stigma of students in Woonsocket. Students in the Enterprise program give monthly broadcasts to the entire school, and the class will continue to develop leaders locally beyond Holly's personal involvement. How incredibly impactful and inspiring and lasting. Please offer a warm welcome to Holly, who will share more about her project and her experiences here at the Girl Scouts.
Good morning. My name is Holly Vipakone, and it is an honor to speak before you today. I'm a graduated Girl Scout ambassador from the Troop 360. I'm also a proud Girl Scout Gold Award recipient. Throughout centuries, women have always possessed the power to create extraordinary change in the world, no matter what challenges we face. We don't just settle for a crack in the glass ceiling. We persist until it's shattered. It's called the power of the girl. Go-getter, innovator, risk-taker, and leader. When I looked at my school community, students are always told who they are before they ever get the chance to explore for themselves. This makes them prone to stay in the shadows and avoid opportunities to lead, out of fear that they will make themselves vulnerable to the others in our school population if they step outside of the status quo. This means that most of them leave believing that they are incapable of leadership, an essential skill in many different career fields. So, in hopes of encouraging others, I created a business and leadership course at my high school called Noven Enterprise. This course became one of very few business-related courses that my school offered, and it focused on ways to break our students out of their shells. Within the course, students had control over their own learning. They learned store management through independently running our school store. They learned product management and sales marketing through the development of their own online store, as well as team building and event planning skills through event hosting and broadcast creation. Most significantly, they decided to plan the startup of a nonprofit called the Woonsocket Noven Education Foundation. My hope for the course is that it continues to grow and become a staple for leadership learning in the Woonsocket High School community. I wanted to develop into an example of not only giving students learning time to grow, but also giving them the proper resources and an environment to grow. I want future students to grow into leaders, much like the leading women of distinction we are here to honor today. Like Dr. Nicole Alexander Scott and Miss Angela Mccalla, I want students to see challenges ahead and feel ready to pour their all into new solutions. I want them to realize that, much like Miss Kate Brewster and Miss Shannon Sullivan, their efforts in their community have a bigger impact than they can ever imagine. Like Miss Sandra Pearl and Miss Carol Ann Penny, I want students to develop into confident leaders who inspire and empower others. And hopefully, with all the business and career exploration skills they learn through Noven Enterprise, I hope that students learn that no dream is too far to reach, much like Miss Kimberly Anderson and Miss Rachel Prendergast. Though the future is unpredictable, I hope everyone continues to take inspiration from these extraordinary women acknowledged today. Together, we have many more glass ceilings to shatter. Thank you.
And thank you to Holly. On behalf of the Girl Scouts of Southeastern New England this morning, I of course want to extend a sincere thank you for attending this virtual event with us in 2020. It's always such a pleasure to hear from such accomplished women role models and of course one of the current Girl Scout members as well. Once again, thanks and appreciation is given to our generous sponsors, of course, this morning, and congratulations to all of our honorees, all 8 of you. We're inspired by your accomplishments and commitment. We want to remind you as well that you can make a donation to the Girl Scouts of Southeastern New England with the link in your program, or you can always visit their website online. Thank you and have a terrific day.